let's talk about the banner. Of course, for the 5-star right up is gonna be Kamisato Ayato and Cyno. But the 4-star characters, if I don't have either maybe Ayato or Cyno, I'm def gonna pulling for this banner. I'm gonna take all of them because here's the thing. Not just the 5-star, not just because of the 5-star, but the 4-star one. I think the most selling point in this banner is the 4-star character. Xiangling, Kuki Shinobu, and Kirara. Yeah, for Xiangling, you already know. Xiangling is a really good pyro sub DPS. She also can be the main DPS. She can deal damage from her pyro Nido. She can deal it all off-field too. And her C6 make her even more broken. So Xiangling Constellation is really worth it. Because here's the thing, Xiangling is an old character. Not old like, what I'm talking about is not about the age, it's about the character itself. From patch 1.0 patch until now, she's still meta. That's what's crazy about Xiangling, is she's still meta. Maybe you guys don't have her Constellation, maybe you guys still on C1, C2, C3. I recommend her C6 a lot because I was a C6 Xiangling haver, and her C6 really changed the game. It increased the duration of the Pyronado. It's Cookie. Before Dendro release, I saw some of the Genshin players was talking like, Cookie is not that worth it because her damage is not that huge, blah blah blah, something like that. But after Dendro release, they just unlock her full potential in Hyper Bloom team. How about her Constellation? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong again, I kinda forgot. Is it C2 or C4 that increase her skill duration? And it makes her skill have 100% uptime. So yeah, for you guys, maybe some of you guys doesn't have Cookie, or maybe you want to aim for her C6 too. It's still worth it because here's the thing. If you have C6 Cookie, she literally can revive herself, which is useful in some emergency situation. Okay, next, Kirara. Oh my god, she looks so cute. Okay, Kirara's kit is great because here's the thing. I think the selling point of Kirara is her skill, her shield, and her ultimate. She can be like a 2-in-1 character. She can be a shielder and like sub DPS too at the same time. Her ultimate has a really high scaling. And if you use her on field in her cat mode, not only she can give shield, a decent shield, but she can apply Dendro if you play her on field. And if you play her off field, it's still usable too because you can just use her skill, hit the enemy with his skill a few times, change it, and yeah, there you have a strong shield from Kirara. And if you don't have Baiju, if you're FTP players and maybe in this patch you don't have enough Fimogens for pulling for Baiju because you go all in for Furina, which is understandable, you can go for her. And what I really love about her too is her scaling. Her shield is based on HP and yeah, it's make her easy to build too. Okay, so for the 4-star, just for the 4-star only, I said that this really worth it, I must say. Either you maybe don't have them or maybe you already have them, it's still really worth it to pull for their Constellation. And this is where things get interesting. 5-star. So we have Ayato and Cyno. Okay, I'm gonna be really honest. In my opinion, Ayato is still worth it because here's the thing. Okay, I know maybe this past few weeks, especially after Fontaine release and after New Villat release, all the eyes goes to New Villat. When people said Hydro main DPS, all they think is New Villat. Understandable because yeah, I must admit that New Villat is a really good character meta-wise, really broken. But that doesn't mean Ayato is not good. I still use him. From my experience, okay, his gameplay is really easy. All you have to do is click skill and then push the button. It's depends where you play. If you play on joystick like me, you just have to click for the O button. Or maybe if you're PC players, but I don't play in mouse. Is it a right click or a left click for PC players? Yeah, you just have to hold. You don't need to spam. You just have to skill and hold. That's it. That's how you play Ayatos. Ayato is good for a beginner player because have easy playstyle. Agree, easy playstyle, and you huge damage. The biggest selling point on Ayatos is this too. Because when we talk about Hydro DPS, even Uvilat, okay, even Uvilat needs a little bit of big brain gameplay, you know? Because if you have his C0 only, just like me, you have to think about the team comp, because when Uvilat uses his charge attack, he's kind of fragile. He needs shield. Even a really good DPS, the top tier DPS like Nuvilat, you have to be a little bit big brain for his gameplay. And for the other Hydro DPS, Child, I must admit I have him too. He's still really good until now. But the struggle with Child is his gameplay is so big brain. I have 3 of them. I have Nuvilat, I have Ayato, I have Child. And if I must rank it, the playstyle from hardest to easiest, the hardest one will goes to Child, and the middle one Nuvilat, and the easiest goes to Ayato. That's why I say that Ayato is still worth it, because yeah, that's it. Easy gameplay, big damage, fun playstyle. And he's a Hydro, that means you can do Bloom, Team Com, Virgin, Hyper Bloom, Freeze, Vaporize, Electro Charge, a lot of team comps. So if you're maybe a new player, or maybe you don't have Ayato and you're thinking about getting him and pulling for him, yeah, just do it. It's still worth it. Okay, for the next 5-star character, Cyno. As a Cyno main and as a players that already give him a double crown in skill and ultimate, my opinion about Cyno is his gameplay is, I feel like, not for everyone. So I saw a lot of players, Cyno mains, some of them saying that his ultimate is too long and that what's make his gameplay not interesting or something like that. If we talk about like fun or not, I feel like it's objective, right? For me, Cyno gameplay is really fun, but his team comps, okay, if you want your Cyno to deal a really big PP damage, you need a specific team comps. And it's 2 options. It's either Hyper Bloom, because Cyno is the main DPS here, of course. His ultimates is on field a lot. There's no off-field skill or whatever for Cyno. He's purely a main DPS on field only. So his team comps will be either Hyper Bloom and Aggravated. For aggravated teams, yeah, maybe you can add 2 Electro. For Hyper Bloom, maybe you can add more EM to Cyno. And for aggravated, you can just all into crit rate, crit damage attack, just like building a DPS character, any DPS character. So for Cyno, if you tell me, is it worthy to pull or not, it depends on you. If you're thinking about, yeah, maybe I need like Electro DPS, or maybe you want a fun gameplay, fun playstyle. In my opinion, Cyno's gameplay is really fun. You can pull for him. Okay, weapon banner. Drum rolls. This is such a win-win. Because here's the thing, Haran Gepakufutsu and Scarlet Sands. These 2 is a flexible weapon with a good substat and passive too. Okay, first let's talk about Ayato's weapon, Haran Gepakufutsu. The substat is 33.1% crit rate. As for the passive talents, the character who uses the sword will obtain 12% all elemental damage bonus. I repeat, all elemental damage bonus. And then when other character in the party use a skill twice, like here's the example. Let's just say you have Ayato's, Kirara, and then Cookie. If you use your Cookie and Kirara skill, use the skill twice, Ayato can get a buff. Yes, a buff for normal attack. You can equip this his sister, Ayaka. You can equip this with Kea, and then I'll hate them because he used normal and charge attack a lot, right? As for Kea, maybe you guys thinking like, but Kea doesn't do infusion or something like that. Chongyun exists. you can mix and match him with Chongyun. Then there you go. You got yourself light Ayakas. So yeah, this weapon is good. Okay, that's for Haran Gepakufutsu. And next one, the pole arm. 44.1% crit rate substat. That's insane. And for the passive talents, the character equipping this pole arm will gain 52% of their elemental mastery as bonus attack. So if you build more elemental mastery, then your attack is increasing too. The equipping character will gain 28% of elemental mastery as bonus attack max 3 stacks. Oh, so it can be stacks. So that means 28 times 3 is... oh my god, 84%. Okay, so that means you have 84% of their elemental mastery as bonus attack. That's insane. You can use this weapon not only for Cyno, but for Xiangling, Raiden, even Hu Tao. These 4 characters. Okay, so for this 4 5-star alone, this 2 5-star, it's really worth the pull. Especially the staff of the Scarlet Sands. Because I know all of you must have Xiangling, right? Xiangling is a really good character until now. And if you're equipping her with this weapon, she's gonna be even more broken. Because I don't mind getting a copies of Haran. I can use it to my Kea. I'm a Kea sim. And I can use my Cyno or even Xiangling. This stuff of Scarlet Sands. This 2, oh my god, this 2 weapon is just a total win-win. Such a win-win weapon. So if you want to pull in this banner, maybe you want Haran or maybe stuff, and maybe you scared if you lost a 50-50 to these weapons, to one of these weapons, it's still worth it. I will pull in this banner. I don't have primo gems. Oh no, man. Hey, thanks for watching. We have other video you can watch. It will be popped in the screen for now. Make sure you watch it. Once again, thank you. See you in another video.